But I'm currently on my way from Kyoto to like in the stateside. Um, there's tons of demand coming from Asia on what do we do and how we plan to expand to a bigger ecosystem together. And I just can't wait to share more to the community about what we're doing. Um, so let's get it started.
Sure, awesome. Let's take it forward.
So, okay, is the signal fine? Can you all hear me fine?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you.
All right. So yeah, it's been a while since we have MA. Now we're not trying to dodge MA. There's just a lot of things to update, and this is a situation. Now we are in a deep bear market. There's a lot of things happening, but most people are struggling trying to find existing model that may be immediately plug and play into the existing CFP ecosystem, into the existing um, game ecosystem, or just to pump it down to the main dominant thing. We're trying to build it. So what do we believe is where metaverse is can really build a sustaining ecosystem around what are we offering as an economy of blockchain. That is something we truly believe, and we think to the team with the quality of our capability to build the actual product around that. Look at around how many games is out there you can play and I can actually engage. They actually deliver, right? We saw, some projects starting with I, some project with S, like starting with long time ago. Uh, yes, they may have XYZ amount of market cap, which, probably still 90% from the all-time high, down, right? But they're being costing building a big team, costing a lot of overhead, but still not be able to deliver, or trying to deliver miscellaneous idea with this or that. This is what we would want. We came from like over decades of traditional gaming background. We know a game is a game. That's the fundamental. A game is a game. So it doesn't matter what era of a change. A fun game is just a fun game. What changed is having the blockchain technology allow us not only can offer a fun game, which is being whatever is being fun is being established or battle tested years ago, right? In the market. But to build a ecosystem, traditionally, if you just do games, all the users are here just paying to the developer as experience. Now, in the so-called metaverse, we're offering an ecosystem where everybody can participate and in the ecosystem can benefit from that. That's is why it's a metaverse. But in the process of building the product system, I think the team went through the whole bear market. We try to adapt a lot towards adjust ourselves towards the macro market, adjust ourselves to different types of situations. Um, but we realized one fundamental thing, one first principle, is we just need to have a product that really appeals to the utility of day-to-day users, but also offering, like you said, the ecosystem part. That said, in the bear market, we tried a lot of conversations, a lot of partners, and with pre-bear, like all the conversations were really good. Like everybody's, yeah, that's cool, yeah, GTA, yada yada, in terms of partners. But in the bear, and we're more bear kicks in, everybody's like, hold on a second, am I? Is it a good idea for me to associate with Mafia right now publicly? Should we do announcement now? Or should we do partnership now? So it comes to a scenario like um, we start to realize the point that yes, I think we have a great consensus to start. I think it's a really good community to stay together. But also we need to think about how is everything going to be sustainable? How how's everything gonna scale from just the Mafia folks in demo? How can we partner with other brands rather than just, we're just a niche, like a Mafia focused group and hard to find partnerships. So this is where we we start to realize somewhere, mid last year, to realize that, you know, hey, you know what, there needs to be platform, a bigger platform that can host a variety of partnerships and agnostic of what's content, and also bring other sort of like opportunities in. So that is the real demand coming in. So, and then since then, we really be, as you can see, we deliver every milestone we be delivering to the alpha stage, to the test. There are bugs here and there, but it's for the part of the process for me, right? Like I saw, it's so funny to see a lot of developers being saying, a lot of streamers is saying that, hey, a game can be developed by this XYZ, reaching to with XYZ amount of like dollar amount, and so we can deliver a game similar to GTA without that. It's just not true. I mean, just to give you a very simple analogy or a very simple fact, like the games people are known right now on gaming, like on your phones, like for games like a game like Impact. Uh, like these games easily cost around $30 million just for production. Um, and oftentimes the marketing of that would be double, like another 30 million for marketing. That is the reality of how much everything costs for a game production nowadays. If you want to do a on par, good enough product on market. So obviously we're thinking we're going that direction, but obviously we are also want to smartly control the burn and control the how to go to market, right? So we are that's why for the mob and for mob community, we're struggling trying to realize, while we're developing the real engaging content with the economy built underneath, how can we adapt ourselves to a bigger community with bigger opportunities? Um, so that is what comes out on. And I really appreciate everyone, especially for everyone sticking today, even come to bother listen to what we're saying. Really appreciate that. I mean, look, the way we see that is, I know a lot of people came in for profit, but it's not where we are, right? I mean, we're never endorsing or advocating like, hey, buy this, it's on X, whatever that you are. It's not our position at all. We're just here to use the utility of the token to facilitate the economy process. So that is how we see that. But meanwhile, now given the market being there, being the liquidity is being dry, being the whole metaverse since Facebook and other whatever projects being having the head, we still trying to see how we can tie the economy together. With that, you know, we are expanding our partnerships by working with various layer 1, layer 2, like the process as we see, like we are working with a wormhole on these on-chain, off-chain, and also crushing partnerships, right? That's looking phenomenally done with all these partnerships. That will be releasing the TPS and also other games in the process, right? I think it's all being good progress, and all these production takes time, but it's not. We did a lot of things more than we want to find more utility in the center. We want to find more utility for integrating the ByCity, the Mobland ecosystem to a bigger community. That's why we that's how we want to add like the more Mobland, like all avatars and all these characters that people hold fun all day is to have a bigger utility other than just running around the city to play my single type of game. That's why we are going to announce our partnership, and I want to like this community who's been staying with us for all the years, countless days and nights together, to hear this firsthand that we form a partnership with a ByCity that to be what joining ByCity ecosystem, bringing the whole Mobland, that's not the team ecosystem into ByCity. So what does it mean? So ByCity is a social entertainment platform. So consider it's a Universal Studio Hollywood, it's a theme park. So we, as a community, as a mob, right, providing the mafia theme narratives and the vertical members, mafia members, or mafia theme park into like a Harry Potter theme park into the Universal Studios. Right? So like with Vice City's tradition as a social entertainment brand, that can connect to all the brands in the Web 2, Web 3, or Web 2.5 user base that all the partners who are to drive, including big distribution partners, including big brand brands like Cruises. There's a lot of eyeballs going towards my city. Meanwhile, Mob can be part of that like theme park or studio analogy to benefit from all the foot traffic going through. So we formed the partnerships, and there'd be a dedicated team, a dedicated team on Mob, and was working with Mobland, a dedicated team working on the Mobland, working with the Vice City to work on integration to see how these experience can seamlessly transfer. Namely, how do we farm together? Namely, how do we run TPS together? Namely, how do we route people and run staff across each other? As a real world MMO expansion, what originally brought us towards Mobland, but now embracing the bigger vision and the bigger user base and the bigger partnership opportunities for the mob community and the guys. So, from my perspective, I'm super excited to see this expansion of the roadmap and of possibilities, and not to mention a limited amount of the crossover possibilities and opportunities across our community, narrative wise as well as consistency wise. So, without further ado, and I think I think it's, that's our whole question to have this community town hall first, to let the community know about the ongoing a big catalyst to the mod. Um, but let me pause here and give it to Devaj, give it to like the meta mafia to talk about if there are any comments on that, and also like let's hear from the community and question on that.
Thanks, Roy. Yeah, I think it was a little difficult on spotty on a couple of stages there, but hope the audience was able to hear most of it, if not all of it. You guys can let us know in chat, and if there's any specific parts that you missed, we can probably repeat that.
Oh, sorry, I now see the chat. Sorry, when the folks are talking here, like there's echo. But let me change to another one. Let me hear if any have any questions first. Meanwhile, I'm changing my point.
Yeah, we can take any questions, by the way. If you guys have any questions, we can get you on stage, specifically regarding to this announcement.
Okay, is it better? Is it better now?
Can you hear us, Roy?
Yes, I can hear you guys. Is it better
Yeah,
now?
yeah, it's a lot better for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Go for it. Very well. Questions, please.
Cool, cool, cool. We'll just get people on stage about the questions. Whoever raises the hand. Let me pull that up. All right, I see Craig's came up first. I'll invite him, and then I've got Yogi's hand up, so I'll invite him right after.
Hey, hey.
Yo, how's it going?
Good, good. Thanks
Yeah,
for having me on stage.
yeah.
Hey, just a quick question about the sort of the merge into BYTE City. You could sort of see that happening from the public side. I'm just sort of wondering how the Sinner token holders sort of benefit from this. Is there any sort of thoughts about like anything moving forward from that side?
Sure. It's a very good question. I really expect that. So several things. Number one, the scenery will be utilized within the Vice ecosystem. That's part of the deal. There will be a lot of functionality to facilitate the party selling stuff into the ecosystem there, as any like the underground currency narratively can flow into the bigger ecosystem in Gotham City. There's similar analogy, but also people holding Simmer as an early ecosystem participation to early ecosystem contributors to Vice City. A lot of benefits of Vice City would to come to the Simmer holders and or the mob community. first as well. So, namely, like any drops or any particular properties or digital merge were to come to Vibe City. I don't want to like announce now because people may be taking notes on here, but it's obvious. You can see the potential of the online apps on the bike side and just come through the mob integration as possible. If
Sorry, Craig, was that clear enough? Like,
Yeah, it's just as you said, it's a little bit hard to hear, but yeah, I kind of get the gist that yeah, we will be rewarded in some regards.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
It's more than even rewarding. It's like make sure that it's integrated at that and it's utilized, given the kind of foot traffic that BYTE already has seen in like a couple of months of almost at 100,000 players, if not more now. In the next 2 months, based on the partnership discussions we've had, it's going to be pretty large influx of players coming in, and that's where then Mobland gets a lot of limelight, and Mobland becomes the mafia vertical within ByteCity, so people can actually play TPS and play different kinds of genres that they want. And I think that it's going to be a really good move for Mobland overall.
Sweet, thanks for having me.
Of course. All right, Yogi.
Wagwan. Yeah. So my question is a little bit of the same nature as Craig's. Yeah, so I was wondering like whether Sinner is going to be like central central coin within the Byte City, or is it only related to Mobland? Meaning that is it going to be like a side currency, or is it going to be the central currency that is like unites Byte City and Mobland and spreads beyond Mobland?
Sure. So that's a very good question. So, Byte Position is an open platform for any brand, right, to be integrated into as a theme park, as a social entertainment platform. Now, we I mean we on the progress of a Byte City, we also hear a lot of demands coming in from other ecosystems trying to plug in, especially to plug in their ecosystem, their tokens to the ecosystem as well. Um, like especially like on this current trip to Kyoto, with all these developers coming here from Web3, from Sega, from Namco Bandai, from other various developers, seeing what they're doing and seeing what they're planning to release and trying to integrate their ecosystem across the board. Um, that gets us super excited. Meaning, I would say there will be multiple currencies utilized in the City. That said, I mean, the mob will be the mob as a mafia driving flagship uh, currencies to use as in the ground world in fighting if it makes sense. It's all about being the first mover in this direction, a first mover into the market, because there's just no competitor, right? And there's no other mafia themed metaverse out there, and there's just no other like a social network, a social entertainment platform that's for Web 2 and Web 3 and Web 3.5 altogether to integrate it. So I think is a good chance that Center uh, will be considered as a de facto underground currency or utility token across the board. And the way I see that is, I mean, it's a bear market. Also like it's a really good time to see who has, I believe, who is taking profit. I mean, who want to speculate on art. I mean, that's totally fine. I'm not judging whatsoever, but it's all the true believers holding on, sticking with the community, be patient with it, be supportive. I know there's questions, and that's why we're here to answer. Yet, for the people who's still here, I think, reality is when Byte were to release anything, we'll strive to make sure, anything from Byte to be released. The OGs of Sinner, OGs of Mob will benefit from that. That's where we're all here for. It's all about we grow together, but expand where more adopt. Okay, that's what we do.
Right. So, like another question I had. So, as you guys are developing the Byte City, Like how much of the team and resource and the whole thing is being put into the Mobland in the sense of developing the game itself?
It's a different team. It's two separate teams working on two different various projects. Like it's not overlapping. Like it would be about 20 people. There would be about 20 people on mob, and there'll be another 28 people on the bike side. So it'll be teams that be closely working together, just to make sure all these protocols as well as the engines are integrated properly.
All right, thanks for the answers. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions from the comms? We'll wait till then. Honestly, I think this is very, very exciting for Mobland, just because a lot of people coming in looking for the TPS Battle Royale, everybody will be driven towards mob ecosystem and not just from the Web3 space, not just the 20 or 50,000 people from Web3 space, but we're talking about way beyond already, and it'll be really cool to see, what they feel about mob once it's integrated.
Yeah, and like in this space, like we see a lot of people talking about pure Web3 games. A lot of people are, a lot of the primary market is working on these Web2 games. Like, and I think it's funny to see how many crypto investors who never released any product before or run any game before in particular, now is like trying to be wearing a game expert hat. It's just funny, and also like a lot of people, for whatever reason, they still do. Oh, given the hype, we do like Web3 gaming on chain, pure on chain. That's just hilarious to me. Like, because if you don't get a DeFi working, how the hell are you gonna get all on chain gaming working? That's the play and earn thing is dead. I mean, it's just not sustainable. The whole landscape is changing. The landscape is changing. What is changing here is the pure pump and dump game does not work anymore. Period. Even for the next rollout, because now so many people are learning through the process. The whole axe infinity model does not work. The whole the meme model work. The whole DeFi model does not work. It's not about creating another narrative, and this is a lot of endemic people are doing. They create a narrative. They create another narrative on Bitcoin. They create a narrative on on layer two. Everybody's trying to use layer two. Why? It's a good narrative, and for the short term, um, as a scheme, people can collect the capital, and some people make money, some people may not make. So, in terms of scheme perspective, I'm not judging, but it may work, but it's just not what we're looking at. The way we're looking at it is, well, what kind of a service and utility or business can build cross and bear? That's the most important thing. And looking back into because we're in the business of consumer interfacing internet product, right? And the kind of a blockchain is especially in our area, in our sector, is more consumer facing products. So in that consumer facing internet product, there are majorly three major business that's being flowed into revenue. One is e-commerce, one is social. E-commerce benefits from sales, mostly, and advertising. Social benefits from this advertising, and also gaming. Gaming benefits from the purchases of experiences and sometimes advertising as well. So with all that, it's no brainer. Like if you were to do a blockchain based uh, consumer facing internet product, you know, these three categories matches perfectly based on NFTs and the utilities we offer. So it's really about what you're offering to the users from experience perspective, what can they actually play, but also the experience translates to certain users who are being one of the investor cohort can invest into the experience and benefit from that perspective. It's really about that. So like, and I'm pretty sure you guys may have heard about early stories of PUBG. You know, the company previously just paid these equities to these influencers. So the influencers are benefiting to promote the games the shit out of it, and everybody's a win-win situation. That's how it started. But you know, getting people the RSU or getting people the equity, it's just not easy in the initial get-go. Versus now with the technology, we digitalize and make everything much easier. So I think, but fundamentally, you still need to have a business service that people would actually make it investable as a value rather than as a value proposition. I don't doubt on that. But you know, we believing are something important from their perspective. Um, you know, regardless of what from their perspective, I think that is super important. Um, and also, just to draw as the urban attention, like it's not about play and earn. It's never been about play and earn. I mean, I think the concept play and earn is nothing wrong, but the way you just do dumping on the people, if you operate an asset with only utility just to dump it, you are looking for the trouble yourself. I mean, it's because that's designed from the day one, because only utility is to dump it. So the whole thing isn't about the blockchain enables everyone in terms of two major functions. It changes the world in two major functions. One is allow everyone to easily, you know, to own an asset, right? But the other is allow everyone to easily create an asset. So the thing is not about that. This is our like core principle of the designing the process of that, and you can see the you know a lot of mindset or philosophy and economy it is not around that. Sorry, it's a long way of circling to answer some of the questions you may have. And think about what do you think about the market, and by all means, like feel free. Honestly, and I would really appreciate if anyone of community tell us what you're playing in Web3 and Web2.5 space. Tell us why you like it, and then we are you know, we are all ears to listen to your feedback, like why I like, you know, critical competitor or other, you know, similar participants in the ecosystem, doing whatever, why you like them, and we like to learn. That's how we, you know, with your wisdom and your knowledge and your due diligence, can look at to give us a shortcut to maybe, or maybe we can just learn more from the other competitors, or you know, I really don't see a competitor, but learn about other business participants in the industry as well.
Started sounding better in the past like 2 minutes. It got a little more clear. But any other questions from anyone in the community? If not, we'll be happy to drop summaries out in chat and just hop on at a later hour potentially to catch up and chat again. Might be a little more clear in the VC in general.
If anything, I can add at once. Again, I'm super excited now. I can surface back up again, and we will be more active than ever, and be hosting other weekly office hours all over again. To us, this is the bull market because we just don't see anybody standing between us and success. For us to deliver a very good product and to the community and all. So
yeah, there's a lot
really
of
excited.
really exciting IP that will potentially eye Mobland as well, and I think that's a big deal for us in the whole Mobland community overall. I think what everyone's been trying for a couple of years to bring on people from outside Web3. We're pretty close to that now, and it's already started. So I think that would be really cool. I think there's another question, Roy. If you just have the time, we'll just add people up there again.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, sorry, I just got one more question. I do see a few people coming in chat and asking about the Bybit NFTs and like if they'll be released or whatnot. Is there any update on that side of things?
So that one we've talked to Bybit. Initially, they didn't have the feature. So what we have to do is we either realistically will have to drop another one to all the holders, and that will be done in house from a Mobland team over here. That might be the best solution. And now with the integration announced and everything, you'll be able to start utilizing those assets immediately.
Sweet. And that any sort of time frame for that? Because yeah, people have been asking for a little bit. I just don't have any time frame at all.
Yeah, I just don't know if I can mention the time frame just yet because we still have to go through with the team. We were working heavily on the integration.
So before the end of the year?
No, I would say much sooner.
I think, yeah, way before the end of the year.
Okay.
I mean, it's already like the integration part. I don't want to overgrab it. I think it's 60% done.
Yep.
People will be commenting out, oh yeah, that guy is looking like we're moving here and there. Oh yeah, it's part of the process of integration. And the key thing we should emphasize on that, hey, you know what, that thing is working, and the rest of it is just like polish.
Yep. And also the initial copper launch NFT. That was the other second thing that people keep asking about that I sort of need to ask for a response
That's
on.
also coming with this integration partnership announced now. All the assets can be dropped and immediately being utilized.
Lovely.
I think this is where it's exciting because there's like about 1,000 times more visibility and players coming in over there. So even if these assets are dropped and being utilized, I think overall it's a much better sentiment for the holders that will receive these, like the copper launch and any other incentives. So
Definitely.
it did take a while, and we're glad and we're really thankful for you all sticking around all the time. But now we can really gun through and push forward with everything on the roadmap and just bring it to life immediately instead of sharing designs and then taking 6 months to like bring it out. It'll be a lot faster here on.
Yeah, great. Thanks for the update, guys.
Of course.
All right, thank you all. Looking forward to chat more.
Sounds good. All right. Have a safe trip, Roy. We'll see you here very soon.
Yeah, the other side. Bye.
All right. Bye. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate everyone joining. Catch up in chat. We'll be around. Have a good Friday.